Buongiorno, sono Luca e sono italiano. La mia domanda è come fa l'Unione Europea a repartire il budget nei vari settori e qual è il ruolo del Parlamento in questa ripartizione?
The budget of the European Union is composed of contributions by the member states and represents roughly 1% of the EU's gross domestic product. It is spent on policies and in areas that are deemed common to all interests. Currently, the most money goes to regional and cohesion policies, 50 billion euros per year, aimed at poorer and disadvantaged parts of Europe to catch up with the rest. But cohesion has only recently overtaken the historically biggest budget post, the Common Agricultural and Fisheries Policy, still at 42%, a very large slice of the cake. And it's also only recently, with the coming into effect of the Lisbon Treaty, that the European Parliament has gained a say about how this part is spent.
The Parliament can now talk about pretty much all of the expenditure of the European Union and has to decide whether it agrees with the annual budget or not.
At the same time, the Lisbon Treaty has streamlined Parliament's budget procedure. The time given to the Council, representing the Member States' governments, and Parliament to reach consensus has been reduced, the number of readings cut from 2 to only 1. However, behind the year-on-year annual budget, there is a strategic long-term one, laying out the priorities for a 7-year period. Negotiations on the new one, 2014 until 2021, have just begun. And here, Parliament's role has not been so clearly strengthened, as our expert explains.
One important new addition in the treaty is that the multi-annual financial frameworks will continue if no agreement is found. And there it will be difficult for the Parliament to make its mark. It really has to come together as an institution and have a strong, powerful opinion to be able to influence what in the end is still mostly a competence of member states.
So, on the multi-annual framework, Parliament will be included in negotiations, but will have to find its role. On the annual budget, Parliament now has a say on almost all expenditure, but less time to work out its position.